You ready? Good.
I'm good, man.
So we have a show that we started on the People Mover,
Yes.
and it's called People Movin'.
That makes sense.
I don't know if you've seen it on any of social media channels, but me and him started it. Co-host, that's our videographer, Nick. We're trying to get our permit finalized now, but we do have a lot of episodes already out, like 50 or something crazy.
When you say permit finalized, what does that involve exactly?
So, we weren't technically supposed to be filming on there, so then we had to write up a proposal.
Yeah.
But
We almost got in trouble. The
like
police
us.
came on there. They tried to give
Free
us a
speech.
ticket.
Literally.
Tried
So,
to give us a ticket. I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
so what's your name for the people that don't know?
My name is Mr. Permit. No, John George.
Okay.
John George.
Yes.
That's a good name, man.
World famous Blight Busters.
Okay.
For real, you're famous.
I am. How are
You don't know you know him?
Well, I don't know him, but
You do now.
back in the day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What did we do? back
told
in
you
the
he
day?
got
Was it
motion.
illegal? Well, the things
it
that we were
legal?
doing back in the day, was it illegal? Okay, good. All right, we can talk about it. What did we do?
I don't know. I don't really know this guy's
You don't know this guy
backstory.
either? Oh, boy.
I don't know his backstory. He's
Okay.
a real mysterious character.
Tell my mama. I'm like,
Ask him the question, man.
What's
Oh
the
yeah. So we usually on the People Mover.
Yes.
So we have to ask you, what's moving you?
Well, you know what? I used to call it the people loser. It seemed like every time that thing went around the track, we lost people. But the good news is people are moving back to the city. And that's the important thing. We've been working real hard for a long time to make this neighborhood, this community, this city the way it should be. It's really always been about the children. And we as adults, have a moral obligation to our kids, our wives, hell, to all of us, quite frankly, to maintain a city that's clean and decent and safe and attractive and beautiful. And where there's opportunities like what we're doing here this evening with the vision, this is great. I love this. This is
I love it too, man. I love
Fantastic.
it too.
So tell the people a little about just like what you do, what your role is in the city.
Sure. Well, I like to tell people I'm the janitor at Artist Village, but I'm also the chief cook and bottle washer. I'm the executive director of the organization. I'm the co-founder of the organization. We started this work 38 years ago with Albert Mack and Felix Wright, a couple neighbors. There was an abandoned house in the neighborhood turned into a crack house. We didn't want to move. We didn't want our kids. I like a good party, but there's rules. You don't park on the lawn. You don't throw bottles in the street.
Right.
And it was really all about maintaining, a little law and order. And so we've been at it ever since. Through direct investment and investments that we've helped to attract, we're over $100 million. We were one of the groups that convinced Myers to build. They bought the old high school there at Grand River and 6 Mile. It was vacant for about 8 years, 18 acres, blighted, vandalized. And we helped convince the president at the time, a fellow named Mark, to buy the old school, tear it down, invest $32 million, build a 200,000 square foot store that now employs a couple hundred of our neighbors. So it was a real economic boost. And then, of course, anytime you have a development like that, other businesses start to pop up.
Yeah.
We also worked with Peter Cummings and helped convince him to buy a couple buildings in this community. The Obama building that we helped clean out and restore. We restored the old Masonic Temple kitty corner from the theater. We helped clean out Sweet Potato Sensation. So we've used our volunteers to get rid of the things that we don't want so we can create the kind of neighborhood and community that we do want. 20 years ago, my wife Alicia said, we need a neighborhood coffee shop. And I said, you know what, you're right. So we built her one, and at the same time we met an artist named Chaz, and he said, we need to teach kids and paint murals. And I said, you know what, you're right. So we've been teaching kids and painting murals.
Yeah, that's how you made this Artist
Yep,
Village.
that's how
Yeah,
the Artist
okay.
Village came. So it was my idea to kind of clean up the neighborhood, make it attractive, create homeowners, create business owners. It was Chaz's idea for the art initially, and of course now with what I call the vision, I call them the new kids on the block.
Okay.
Been here for a minute now,
It's been a
okay?
minute. It's been a minute. And I'm still calling you the new kids on the block. And of course, Alicia with the coffee and the hospitality. Councilman Tate, who's now President Tate of the council, he has a community meeting here every other Friday in the coffee shop. So if you want to, talk to your councilman or have questions about city services, resources, you can do that here. It was a pretty good deal. He'll buy you a coffee and a piece of pie.
Okay, that's
you
nice.
Get your
That's
answers, questions answered, and you get some snacks.
So
They
what?
got matcha over there. They hear about me in matcha.
No, that's a good question. We're gonna
I
have to
think
find
so.
out,
I
but
think so.
they do.
Uh-huh.
I think
What
they
what
do.
about Detroit keeps you moving?
Well, the kids, the youth. we started Blight Busters because, again, we didn't want our kids growing up in and around that negative energy. I believe now, as I did then, that it's a form of child abuse. Children should not be subjected to anything negative. And so, having, again, decent, clean, affordable housing, parks where the kids can play and not be injured, A lot of our work involved cleaning out parks and, like I say, boarding up abandoned homes. We've renovated over 400 homes that are now owner-occupied, so we've created some homeowners. We've helped about a dozen businesses thrive in this district. Matter of fact, just last year we opened up 48 units of affordable housing.
Sheesh.
$16 million project just a half a block over.
Sheesh.
20 years ago,
You're doing it.
we were doing it. We're doing the damn thing. Well, there were 14 abandoned houses. There were 7 on Orchard and 7 on Santa Clara. We tore them all down with sledgehammers and people power. Matter of fact, the hardwood floors in the coffee shop, in my office upstairs, and in the loft, in the bed and breakfast, all came out of those abandoned houses. So as we were destroying, we were also recycling as we were rebuilding. Late last year, we got the green light to redevelop the golf course at at 7 Mile in Losser. It's 120 acres. 100 acres is going to be a nature preserve that the city's building. The 20 acres Blight Busters is going to be developing. We will be building 300 additional affordable apartments, retail, townhouses, and some single-family homes. It's about a $90 million, deal. It's by far the largest project that we've ever been involved
Sheesh.
with. It's going to take us about 3 years, and so that's going to be our focus. And then, of course, we're building our 3rd community center just out the back door of the Artist Village, Sunflower Arts Center. That's going to have 7 lofts for artists. It's going to have a classroom so we can teach kids art. With a computer lab and mentors. Down below, it'll have a stage 5 times bigger than the one we have in the back.
Sheesh.
We want to be able to expand our jazz, our open mic, our spoken word. I want to add dinner theater and comedy night and those kinds of things, maybe some shows. But the kicker is, when this building opened in 1905, it was a Woolworths with a diner.
1905.
1905, yep. We're putting the diner back in. And I've been teasing people calling it the do-over diner.
Okay.
To see people can act like adults this time. I always remember what happened in the 60s when brothers and sisters tried to get together at the diner. There was a riot. So I'm going to call it the do-over diner.
Okay.
But it's going to really be all about Detroit. It's going to have a jukebox with all the old Motown hits, and the art's going to be real Motown, real Detroit. So it's going to really be iconic. And when we complete the golf course project, that project, and a couple other little projects that we're doing. We have a community garden just across the street. Everything we grow, we give away. This summer, we're building a kids camp next to the garden to teach the kids about healthy eating and growing their own and how to cook properly, using maybe olive oil instead of lard. These are just little things, for your health. Yeah. And then we're also building 3 tiny homes for veterans. But the crazy thing is, when it's all said and done, and when I retire in 3 years, the organ, and I'll be 70. I'll be doing this 40 years.
70?
I'll be 70, in 3 years. When I retire in 3 years, my wife doesn't believe me, but I'm really retiring in 3 years. That's my wife and my granddaughter. Yeah.
She wants to say something about her Papa's legacy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
no question.
Come on in. Come on down. Come on down.
What would you like
What
to
you
say?
got for
This is the end off his interview with something good.
Yes.
We should have more parks.
More parks.
I agree.
Okay, I agree. There's
I
no
agree
question
with that.
about it. But as I was saying, when we're all said and done, the organization will have over $100 million in assets. And we started with a rake and a broom and the attitude that we can do better. And that's really what it's always been about. Again, creating spaces and places that we can all appreciate, that kids deserve, and they can have access to the arts and all the positive things, that youth should be involved in and part of.
It seemed like you done accomplished a lot of tall tasks and got a lot of tall tasks on the horizon. How do you what advice do you give to people that have big ideas? How do they materialize those ideas?
It's a great question. Be consistent. Be consistent. Show up on time. I got a dear friend that always says punctuality needs no excuse. So if you're there on time, you don't have to come up with I overslept, I had a flat tire. You don't need an excuse. You're there. So show up on time. Be consistent. Be a man and a woman of your word. And try, and this is another thing I've learned. The more you give, the more you get. and that's a real thing. If everybody knew that, man, I'll tell you, this earth would be incredible. We have a food program. Twice a week we go out to Target and pick up chicken and steak and beef and turkey and pasta. So if anybody needs any of those things, they can come here and get
Target
it.
not cheap either. Target is not cheap.
I mean, we'll pick up $5,000-$10,000 worth of produce and food every time we go, and we just set it out on the table out in front. As a matter of fact, MLK Day is coming up, and we're going to do a big food giveaway, hams and turkeys and all different kinds of things on that day. So we're just going to continue to bring people together and make Detroit the best it can be.
Respect
Awesome.
it, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man.
Pleasure.
For sure.
You want to say something else? Tell the man.
And we need more malls so I can see Santa Claus in December.
We need more malls so we can see Santa Claus in December.
Period.
I
Yes.
feel it.
I love
Put
that.
in my book.
I feel
We
it.
got
I
it.
feel
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you.
y'all, man.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
Peace.
Appreciate y'all. John George, man. That's the real John George, not the fake John George, man. Hey, slack.
Y'all good? Y'all good?
Who them? You got a job you supposed to be doing right now.